Hey everybody, it's Mark Yegi. Welcome to another Market Pulse. I hope you're doing fantastic. We still got a green market, but boy, if you're in some tech stocks, again, seems like a recurring theme. It doesn't feel like it. So you just got to kind of be a bit careful and protect your account as much as you can. Learn that lesson from people like me who have been in the market for a long time. And you know, we all make mistakes. Sometimes you don't protect the downside. That was the theme if you looked at NVDA this week. You know, even though it reported great numbers and great guidance and all these things, the stock still went down the day after earnings, and that could be painful. So I'm trying to get you to avoid pain. We're all human, and we can all make mistakes, but you know, try to keep your account safe as much as possible. There's no guarantees in the market. There's no guarantees in life, but you got to do the best you can, and you got to have some rules set in place and try to follow them as much as possible. All right, let's talk about some of these fun things that we got going on in the market. I can't do everything today, but I want to get you to a few things here. We do have an event coming up in April. If you want to learn how to read charts and you want to go deep dive, it's called the Strategy Room. It's called the Wealth Investors or Wealth Accelerator Live Strategy Room, and we're going to be kind of an intimate group. We've got a certain number of seats that we're going to keep it, you know, capped out at. Plus, the hotel is not gigantic, so if you want to stay there at a hotel with us, that you got to get the rooms, and you know, we're going to have 60 people, no more than that. So maybe, hopefully, a little bit fewer. So we can go deep, and you can do some networking and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, it's in Arizona, Chandler, which is right outside of Phoenix. Beautiful place with a beautiful 18-hole championship golf course. So I'm bringing clubs. Hopefully you're going to join us and I get to meet you face to face. But the first question I'll ask for you, and this is I just brought this up to my mastermind group, is like, do you have circuit breakers in your trading plan? Something that's going to protect you, you know, trading stops, those kinds of things. Defensive strategies in place so that when the market is doing what it's going to do, meltdown at some point, you are protected and you have you know, thought about it in advance. All right, so let's see. We're going to zip on into some charts. This is today's chart. We have 4 green lights. Now, if you look at the top, you can see that we're just churning around the top, but nothing really exciting. And that's you know, even though we're churning around the top, that doesn't mean we're going higher. It just means that we're not selling off maybe yet, because markets always go up and then they always come down and they go back up and they come down. And that's the way you have to know this. They don't always go straight up, and you can't always just make money hanging in there. So let's take a quick look at the breadth of the market. We'll start there. Let me get to a different screen here. Go over this one right there. Okay, good. So there's the NASDAQ. So we are under the 50-day moving average and have been for basically a month. And that's not good. You know, not a lot of good things happen under the 50. And you could see that if you're in Microsoft or you're in Google or if you're in NVIDIA, like there's just not a lot of reasons to keep the markets going up right now. And the markets are kind of not going down, but they're just tepid. All right, S&P 500 is right under the 50-day moving average again today. The Dow Jones Industrial is right under the 50-day moving average. Maybe it'll close there, maybe it won't, but we'll see. It's threatening the 50-day moving average a lot more than it has in the last couple of months. The New York Stock Exchange is the one that's near the all-time high, above the 50, but still, there's some. It's not hitting new all-time highs. It's just kind of consolidating up there. So who knows what the next move is going to be? Got to be ready. All right, the volatility index, the VIX, that's elevated. People are a little bit concerned that the money is not safe in the market. So they're pulling it to the side a bit. So that's maybe why we're not going up. But anyway, a little bit elevated VIX. Apple might benefit really well from the AI play because they're selling out of these Mac Minis and their Mac Studios. And I think they just stumbled upon that AI play, luckily, with Claude and OpenClaw, whatever it's called. And so now they're in the AI game, and I don't even think they were planning it. NVIDIA, this is the stock that reported earnings this week, and to me, it's, you know, good earnings, good guidance, a lot of good things, but this stock has been flat for looks like, you know, 3-4 months now, and now that earnings are over, everybody thought it was going to take off, and the markets were going to take off because of it, but now that earnings are the earnings are reported, we have 3 months of like, what are they going to talk about? And so we have a gap down today after the earnings report. Trading yesterday, and that was a very high volume sell-off candle, And I made a quick video for YouTube so that you could be ready for that. But I said, look, it's going to depend on what happens the day after that big candle. And we have a little bit of a follow through. Not bad, small candle there on the follow through. But what NVIDIA is doing right now is they're kind of directing the market. And if NVIDIA is flat, the markets are flat, there's not a lot of great things to be buying right now. And that tells me something. And when you can't find things that are breaking out, it kind of tells you that maybe they start to break down. Tesla, same kind of story. Tesla's under the 50, above the 200. Not a lot of reasons to buy Tesla, not a lot of reasons to sell Tesla. We're all waiting for their full self-driving and their autonomous vehicles and their robo-taxis and all that stuff to get approved. But between now and then, like, what's the news going to be? So be careful on Tesla. MicroStrategy has come down a lot. It's now looking like it's making a little consolidation at the bottom. So obviously that's going to depend on what Bitcoin does. AMD, gap down on volume. Now it's under the 50-day moving average. Again, not a lot of good reasons to buy AMD until it shows us that that's not a buy. That's just a look at it, kind of thing. The gold shares are kind of creeping back up after this crazy, mayhem that we had, I guess, 3 or 4 weeks ago. Now it's kind of going back up. May want to test those all-time highs, especially if they print more money. Same thing with the silver, although silver's got a lot more work to do. The GDX, the gold miners, is pushing all-time highs now, and so that means that the gold miners are investing in getting gold out of the ground, and people are investing in them. That's 5 or 6, 7, 8 days in a row of the gold miners going up. So good things going on there. Meta. A lot of people will look at this chart and they go, oh, there's good stuff going on at Meta. I don't see that. Like, I see Meta staying under the 50-day moving average. They're spending a ton of money on AI and infrastructure. And, they're not showing anybody any reasons to buy with a 32 relative strength. So, there's a lot more stocks, a lot of other stocks that can do better, possibly. Microsoft kind of in the same boat, spending a ton of money. But this thing has fallen off a cliff since 553, whatever that number is. And now we're under 400. Amazon, same kind of thing. Big AI spend, big infrastructure spend, but it's this one's kind of weak with a 25 relative strength. But at the same time, you got to wonder, like, if you look at what Amazon did in the past, they put a lot of money into infrastructure and basically had no profits for a while. And they were buying vans and they were putting in distribution centers. And then all of a sudden, when all that stuff was done, boom, all that money went to the bottom line as they increased their sales and all that kind of stuff. So interesting stuff going on at Amazon. But boy, it's way down on a couple of gap downs with energy here below the 50-day moving average. I can't touch this one until it shows us some upside love. Bloom Energy, stock that keeps trying to break out. It's a good energy play, and I think energy plays are going to continue for the rest of the year to be good. But you got to pick the right ones. You got to be pretty careful on it. I'll leave it at that. I'll try to keep this brief for you. Last week, I guess I didn't put the right screen on, and you only got to see one chart for the whole time. So I'm keeping it brief today. We are in a green market, but to me, it's like holding up a hose and you're squirting the water out of the top, but it's just churning up at the top, trying to fall back down. So just be careful out there, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Great to see you on the Market Pulse, and I'll see you next week on the next Market Pulse. Take care.